Hello, aspirants. Hope you're doing good. So, let's start with the first session of Insights Daily Quiz series. Our first topic is geographical indicator. So, what do you mean by geographical indication? It is nothing but an indicator used to identify agricultural, natural, and manufactured goods with a special quality or reputation, and that must be originated in a definite geographical territory. So this is one point, the simple definition of geographical indicator. And next thing is geographical indicator is a collective right, which means it can't be awarded to an individual. Next comes the trademark. What is the difference between the trademark and geographical indicator? Trademark is mainly used, as the name suggests, it is mainly used for the trade purpose to differentiate goods and services of one company or one enterprise from those of the other. So having discussed about the basics of geographical indicator, now let us solve a question on this topic. So this is the first question of our series. Consider the following statements regarding geographical indications. Geographical indication is a sign which is used in the course of trade. Okay. It distinguishes goods of one enterprise from those of the other enterprise. No, this is the proper definition of trademark. Let us see the next statement. Like intellectual property rights, geographical indicator also guarantee the protection of the individual interest. No, as we have discussed, geographical indicator is a collective right. Fine. So from our discussion, we can conclude that statement 1 and statement 2 are false. Now let us look at the options once. So from that, we can eliminate option A, option C, and option D. So the answer is obviously option B. So this is the additional point to our content, which states that the registration of geographical indication is valid for a period of 10 years. Now, we solve this question using elimination method. Fine. So as a part of this series, we are going to solve n number of questions in which we are going to learn n number of techniques used to solve the MCQs in our prelims exam, even though we are not sure about the content of the question. Now, let's continue with our next topic. Our next topic is about patents. Patent is a statutory right for an invention. The term of every patent is granted for 20 years, whereas for geographical indicator, it was 10 years. Patent system in India is governed by Patents Act 1970, which was amended in 2005, and also Patents Rules 2003. There is no concept called global patent. Now, what does this mean? For suppose there is a person called X who filed a patent for his product in India. Now, his patent for his product is not valid in USA. Fine. Now, there is an exception for this. If the person X filed an application with Patent Cooperation Treaty, then the patent is valid among the members who ratified this cooperation. Fine. Eventually, we can say that even this Patent Cooperation Treaty also didn't guarantee the global patent concept. However, the extension or the limit of this patent, which was actually restricted to one country, is being expanded to the multiple countries under this Patent Cooperation Treaty. Now let's have a look at types of the inventions that are not patentable in India. Claims that are in contrary to natural laws, an invention which is contrary to public order or morality, mere discovery of any living thing or non-living substances that is already occurring in nature, mere discovery which does not result in the enhancement of known efficacy. Now, what does this mean? For example, there is a medicine which is already patented called A. Now, the person has come up with a new medicine called A1, which by doing some alteration to this medicine A. Now, he files patent for this medicine A1. Now, A1 is only patentable if it will result in very drastic changes or drastic efficiency when compared to A. Fine, that's what the statement says, which does not result in the enhancement of known efficacy, then that can't be patentable in India. A substance obtained by mere aggregation of the properties of the components. For example, there is already two known components called A or B, A and B. Now, if you will release a product by combining just A and B, and if you file a patent for this A plus B, then it can't be patentable because it just included the properties of A and B. That's it, which means it is just a product by merging the components A and B. Next is artificial intelligence-led innovations without human intervention. A method of agriculture and horticulture is not patentable in India. normal biological processes are not patentable. Sorry, inventions related to atomic energy are also not patentable in India. Now, having discussed about this concept, let us solve a question on the same. So here is our question. Let us start statement 3, which says that Indian patent is effective worldwide. As we have already discussed, there is no concept called global patent, which means statement 3 is wrong. Fine. One thing you are supposed to observe and keep in mind that whether the question asks the correct statements or incorrect statements. So the question asked here is about incorrect statement. So from that, we can eliminate option A. Now let's look at the statement 2. The term of every patent granted is 20 years from the date of filing an application. Yes, it is true. So from that, we can eliminate option B. Next comes a patent is a statutory right of an invention granted for a limited period of time to the patentee by the government in exchange of full disclosure of his invention for excluding others for making, using, selling, importing the patented product or the process of producing that product for those purposes without his consent. Yeah, this is the proper definition of a patent. Fine. So from this statement 1 and 2 are right, whereas statement 3 is false. So our answer is option C. Okay, our next question is, it is about the list that we have discussed about what are the things which are not patentable in India. Which of the following types of inventions are not patentable in India? Artificial intelligence-led innovations without human interventions. Yes, it is not patentable in India. Method of agriculture or horticulture, yes, it is not patentable in India. Normal biological processes are not patentable in India. And inventions relating to the atomic energy, obviously not patentable in India. So our answer is option D. Our next topic is about Pyramid of Djoser, Egypt. So why is it in the news? Recently, Egypt reopened the Pyramid of Djoser, which is the first pyramid ever built. Besides, the Djoser Pyramid is the world's oldest monumental stone building, and it is also an UNESCO World Heritage Site. Now, what is important is about the places. Like in this topic, you're supposed to remember the places in news: Saqqara, Memphis, and Cairo. These three are the part of Egypt. Fine. So let's move on to a question. Okay, here is our next question, which is a direct question. Where exactly Saqqara is located? It is Egypt. As I said you, in this type of news, more than what exactly the news about, the places are much important, mainly when it is related to this Africa, Northern Africa, and Middle East countries. Fine, now let's move on to our next topic. Our next topic is about platform for science-based solutions. Before going into details of this PSPOS, we are supposed to remember that the Conference of Parties COP25 of United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change has happened in Chile. Fine, the 25th session of Conference of Parties. And in this conference, the platform for science-based ocean solutions is being launched. What are the objectives of that? To promote the necessity of addressing the ocean and climate issues, and to incorporate the ocean in countries' climate commitments, and also the sharing of knowledge to advance the ocean climate action. Fine. So where it is launched and what are the objectives of it or the main takeaways from this concept. Now let's solve a question on the same. Consider the following statements regarding platform of science-based ocean solutions. It was launched during 25th session of COP25 of United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, which is a fact-based statement. Next comes platform of science-based ocean solutions aims to enhance the sharing of knowledge created by various actors in the ocean and the climate community to advance ocean climate action. Yes, it is also right. So the question is about the correct statement. So our answer is option C. Our next topic is World Health Day. So every year on World Health Day, World Health Organization declares a theme of that year. So on similar lines, in 2020, the theme declared was International Year of the Nurse and Midwife. So this is to mark the 200th birth anniversary of Florence Nightingale. Again, this is also a straight question from whatever we have discussed. World Health Organization has declared 2020 as International Year of Nurse and Midwife. Our next topic is about WANI, which means Wi-Fi Access Network Interface. So Telecom Regulatory Authority of India has proposed this WANI architecture to set up public data offices in this public data offices, Wi-Fi internet is available on demand. Fine, you can quote this as a part of spreading the digitalization and also remote connectivity. And besides, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India also has the power to issue orders and the directions on various subjects such as tariffs, interconnections or interconnections of television, cable and all, quality of service, direct to home channels, DTH services, mobile number portability. Fine. So this is about the WANI, Wi-Fi Access Network Interface. Okay, our next question is Telecom Regulatory Authority of India can issue directions on what subjects? Sorry, this is stated in a wrong way. This is statement 1, tariffs, and statement 2 is increasing broadband penetration in India. Statement 3 is direct to home DTH services, and statement 4 is mobile number portability. As we have discussed, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India has power to issue directions on all these matters. So our answer is option D. Let's solve this question without any pre-discussion of this topic. So we can solve this with a common sense. Coronaviruses show very low rate of genetic mutations, which is wrong because time and then, every week we are getting news about the new strain of coronavirus is being developed. So statement 2 is wrong. So from this, we can eliminate option A, option B, and option D. So our answer is option C. Human infection is caused by only those coronaviruses which can adapt, fine, to human conditions. So the question is about correct statement. So our answer is statement C. Option C, all coronaviruses are large 120 to 160 nanometer enveloped RNA viruses which have single-stranded genome. So high rates of genetic mutations are shown by the coronaviruses. Most of this infect animals and the birds. However, coronaviruses which can adapt to the human conditions can cause human infection. The next important topic is PM CARES Fund, which says Prime Minister Citizen Assistance and Relief in Emergency Situation Fund. So this was set up to deal with any kind of emergency or distress conditions. So this is a public charity trust. So it is exempted from RTI. And Prime Minister is an ex officio chairman. I mean to say he's a chairman of PM CARES Fund, and the source of this PM CARES Fund is voluntary contribution, and it doesn't get any kind of budgetary support. And the voluntary contributions from corporations or the individuals will be exempted from IT Act, and also they are considered as a part of corporate social responsibility. Fine. So now let's solve a question on this topic. PM CARES Fund recently seen in the news is a part of, it is not a part of Consolidated Fund of India, neither Public Account of India. It is a part of Public Charitable Trust. So our next topic is about Convention on Biological Diversity. Under CBD, any use of genetic resources requires prior informed consent of farmers, and the fair and equitable sharing of benefits should be done which are arising out of their use of this genetic resources. So if someone is using that genetic resources after taking consent of the farmers, he or she must share those benefits with those farmers. Fine. So apart from that, International Treaty on Plant Genetic Resources for Food and Agriculture, it recognizes the farmers' rights. What rights? Rights to save, use, exchange, and sell farms save the seeds, but not under any brand name. So let's solve the question on a similar topic. So it just reiterated those statements that we have discussed. Convention on Biological Diversity provided for prior informed consent of farmers, and also the fair and equitable sharing of benefits arising out of those use. Next comes International Treaty on Plant Genetic Resources for Food and Agriculture. It recognizes the farmers' rights to save, use, exchange, and sell farm safe seeds. So the answer is obviously option C. So our next question is again on corona. So COVID-19 virus, main routes of transmission. So one thing, statement 2 can be eliminated because through air, fine. It is fine that, coronavirus may transmit through air, but not over long distances. Fine. So from this statement 2 can be eliminated. So option A is eliminated. And next, contact routes for sure. Respiratory droplets for sure. So that is the main transmission route. So 1 and 3 statements are right. So it is there in all options. So as we have said, statement 2 is wrong. From that, option D is also gone. Now let's talk about the statement 4. This is not proven yet, that fecal oral transmission. So by eliminating the statement 4, our answer is option B. So the experts claim that there are two main routes of transmission, which are respiratory and contact. Fine. So the entire paragraph is just reiterated the same. Our next topic is about MSP for MFP. MSP means minimum support price. MFP means minor forest produce. So the main motto behind this MSP for MFP is to increase the income for tribal people. The scheme being implemented in all the states and union territories having scheduled areas and scheduled tribes. And the scheme is being implemented by Ministry of Tribal Affairs, which means this Ministry of Tribal Affairs is going to announce the minimum support price. So TriFed is the central nodal agency which take care of implementation. Fine. The motto is to increase the income of the tribals. It is being implemented in all the states, union territories, having scheduled areas and scheduled tribes, and it is being implemented by Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Implementation agency is TriFed. Fine. Now let's solve your question based on this concept. So let's start with the statement 3. Ministry of Tribal Affairs announces minimum support price. True. So from this we can eliminate option A. So statement 2, at present, the scheme is implemented only in the states having 5th schedule areas. Initially, this was the rule. Now it is expanded to all the states and union territories. So from this, we can eliminate option C and option D. So answer will be option B. The scheme is designed as a social safety, yes, to increase the income for the tribals. Our next topic is about on what basis or on basis on what powers the nationwide lockdown is implemented. The Government of India has imposed 3-week national lockdown by invoking the provisions of National Disaster Management Act 2005. And this act was, legislated based upon the provisions of Social Security and Social Insurance, employment and unemployment in concurrent list. Why is that so? Because the subject of disaster management is not specifically mentioned in all the 3 lists, which is why government made provisions based upon this Social Security and Social Insurance, which is in the concurrent list. Let us solve a question based on a similar topic. So let us start with the third statement, which says that the subject disaster management is mentioned in all the 3 lists, which means it is definitely false. So from this, we can eliminate option C and option D. Now let's have a look at statement 1. So statement 1 is obviously true as it is mentioned in both option A and option B. So let's have a look at statement 2. COVID-19 is the first pan-India biological disaster being handled by the legal and constitutional institutions of the country. Yes, it is true. So from this, we can conclude that option A is true. Now let's move on to our next topic. Now let us talk about one of the important topic, which is about Ken and Betwa river linking project. So this is the country's first river interlinking project, and the project aims to transfer surplus water from the Ken River in Madhya Pradesh to Betwa in Uttar Pradesh, so that the regions, the drought-prone regions of Bundelkhand region will be irrigated. Now, Ken River passes through the Panna Tiger Reserve. Let's have a diagrammatic representation of this. So here you can have a look of Ken Betwa river linkage. So here is the linking canal, and Ken River is passing through the Panna Tiger Reserve. And finally, the Ken and Betwa River, or the tributaries of which river? Yamuna River. And further, Yamuna is a tributary of Ganga. Now let's solve this question, which says that Ken River passes through Panna Tiger Reserve. Yes, it is right. So from this, option A is eliminated. Next comes the statement 2. Ken and Betwa River originate in Madhya Pradesh and or the tributaries of Narmada River. No, this is false. They are the tributaries of Yamuna River. From this, we can eliminate option C. Now let's have a look about statement 1. Ken Betwa River Interlinking Project is the India's first ever interlinking project. Yes, it's definitely true. So our answer is option B. Next important concept is about Starlink Network Project, wherein SpaceX, world-leading private company in space technology, has launched 60 satellites in the lower Earth orbit under Starlink Network Project. So the aim of this project is to provide low-cost and reliable space-based internet services to the world. Now let's solve the question on a similar topic, which says that Starlinking Network Project of SpaceX is one of the several ongoing efforts to start beaming data signals from the space. Yes, it is about network linkages. And next statement says that usually geostationary orbit is used for placing satellites because satellites in this orbit complete one revolution of the Earth in the same time that the Earth rotates once in its axis. See, whatever the statement is said, this is right. Absolutely, this is right. Fine, regarding the geostationary orbit. But the first half of the statement is wrong, which says that usually geostationary orbit is used for placing satellites. No, this is wrong. Usually, satellites are being placed in the lower Earth orbit. Why is that so? Because if the satellite is being placed in the geostationary orbit, there is a high latency, which means there is a delay in receiving the signals. So what we have discussed is SpaceX project has launched 60 satellites in lower Earth orbit. Fine. In other way, it could have launched at least, 5 satellites would have covered entire Earth if they are placed in the geostationary orbit. But there is a problem of latency. Fine. Because of which the SpaceX project has decided to launch 60 satellites in lower Earth orbit. So from this, we can conclude that statement 2 is false, whereas statement 1 is true. So our option is A. So with this, we have completed 15 questions. So let us end this session here. If you would like to have the PDF of this session, you can get it in our Telegram channel. The link of the same is provided in the description. If you find this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Have a nice day.